What is up? It is Big Chart Trades back with another video, and in this video I'm going to be teaching you the easiest way to start day trading as a beginner in 2025. This is a complete no bullshit video where I'm literally going to show you everything, and I'm going to show you why you should listen to me. I'm going to show you what to do, how to start, everything from psychology to charting to even back testing at the end of this video. So this video is going to be really fucking awesome. It's going to teach you absolutely everything you need to know. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. Why should you listen to me? Plain and simple, you should listen to me because I'm fucking doing it, okay? It took me 4 months to pass my first evaluation account, and it took me 7 months to get my first payout, right? And I was a complete beginner. So just listen to this video because I'm gonna give you everything that has helped me. I'm not selling you a course, I'm not selling you a mentorship, I'm not selling you anything. I'm just here to help you with your trading career. So hopefully you come back and return to my channel and watch more of my videos. Knowing nothing about trading, never have traded before, I passed my first evaluation account in 4 months, and then I got my first payout in 7 months. I have a free Discord where people are doing it even faster, which is absolutely insane. Okay, so here's some proof. As you can see, here's a screenshot from my Gmail. As you can see, I have a bunch of emails from passing my trading combine and also getting payouts. And here's some more, passing evaluations, getting payouts, right? And then here's some more proof, right? You can see I have Max Allo on Top Step in this photo, right? And then to the right, that is the monthly calendar on TradeZilla. Okay, so jumping into the foundation, okay, before I cover anything technical or anything related to the actual charts themselves, the psychology is everything in trading. If you cannot control yourself on the charts, if you cannot fucking control yourself and prevent yourself from taking action, then you will never make it in trading, just plain and simple. You need to be able to show up every day, wait, be patient enough to take the setup that you've been waiting for all morning. Yes, later in this video, I'm going to show you the setup that you should be waiting for. I'm going to be back testing with you as well, so you'll be able to see it. But basically, okay, psychology before anything else. Okay, this is the most important thing in trading by far. Okay, if you cannot control yourself emotionally, you will never make money trading. It's that plain and simple. May sound a little bit, like tough. It fucking is. It's the hardest game in the world. But I promise you, if you're able to stay emotionally disciplined, everything will come easy to you. Okay, so I'm going to cover, like I just said, I'm going to cover psych first, and then we'll cover strategy. All right, so why most beginners fail emotionally? Okay, revenge trading, over trading, emotional trading. Okay, you hear these terms a lot, and they're kind of all the same thing. Okay, most traders, what they do is, since they can't handle a loss, they go ahead and enter another position and then another position, and they either end up blowing their account or, just in severe drawdown, hitting their maximum daily loss limit. But the worst part about this is it all starts with a bad trade. So that's, like I just said in this slide, right? If you cannot control yourself emotionally, you'll never make money trading. Okay, you need to be able to sit out and wait for your setup. How the emotional and revenge trading cycle usually starts is you take a setup that you weren't supposed to be taking in the first place. Now, if you're a beginner, you don't know what that feels like. What that feels like is you think price is going to go somewhere because of whatever X, Y, and Z, and you enter the trade, you lose on that trade, and then you feel like you don't deserve that loss, and it just spirals into a never-ending cycle where you really can't catch yourself because you're not even the one, taking action at that point. Your fight or flight has activated. You feel all the adrenaline, and so it's really not you at that point. So the whole point in psychology, right, the whole point is to fucking prevent yourself from getting to that point instead of trying to mitigate that when that presents itself. Okay, another thing, most beginners attach their egos to the outcome of their trades. Okay, so this goes back to what I was just saying about taking the trade that they weren't supposed to be taking, and then they fuck it and they go down this horrible spiral. Okay, they attach their egos to the outcome. Okay, and you might notice this if you've traded a little bit. If you've never placed a trade before, then you might have no idea what I'm talking about. But when I say that, I mean, if you end that trade red, if that trade goes south, right, then you immediately feel like it's a personal attack on you. And you immediately just get right back into the fucking mission, start revenge trading, emotionally trading, over trading, and you fuck yourself, right? You might take that first trade with 1 mini, and then that second trade you take with 2, and from there it's just, end all be all. Okay, a lot of this has to do with also being greedy. Okay, when you attach your ego to the outcome, maybe you lost your first trade, you win your second trade, you're up like $200. You feel like you're worth more than that, so you go ahead and trade more. And that is obviously, we all know how that turns out. Okay. Third reason is trading personal conviction instead of what the market is actually doing. Okay. And if you have any idea, if you've been on the charts before, you know what this means. Okay. You see the chart, you're like, price has to go up. It has to. It has to go up. And price goes down. The market turns bearish. And instead of taking account of the market turning bearish and you're like, oh, I'm going to hop off, or oh, I'm going to only look for shorts, you're so concrete minded that price has to go up, where you trade that personal conviction instead of what is actually fucking happening on the charts. And that is a huge mistake that a ton of traders make, and it always ends in the whole cycle, right? You start attaching your ego to it. Okay, it has to go up because I need to be right. Then you start revenge trading, over trading. It's all the same thing. And you'll notice this as time goes on. The more you can mitigate this, right, or not mitigate, the more you can prevent this from happening, the more successful you're going to be in trading. Okay, that is something that you need to understand. All right. This is the only psychology rule that you need to follow, okay? I promise you, if you follow this rule, and you truly follow this rule and do whatever you have to do, maybe make a promise to yourself every morning, okay? If you follow this rule, I promise you, trading and all this psychology stuff will be useless to you because you will already be doing all the right things and none of this will apply, okay? If a setup isn't 100% obvious, then you do not take it, okay? I'll say it again. If a setup isn't 100% fucking obvious, then you don't take it. Okay, a lot of traders take these trades. Oh, I think this high is going to get taken. Oh, I think this low is going to get taken. I think this X, Y, and Z is going to happen. Okay, and so you start taking all these little bullshit trades because you think, right? It's not obvious. Okay, when I say obvious, I mean price trades back, and I know I'm speaking to some beginners here. Okay, just bear with me. You'll understand everything I'm talking about in a second. Okay, but basically for all those advanced traders that are watching this video, an obvious trade is if there's equal highs at London highs, right? There's a bullish SMT, prices at equilibrium, right? We're trading out of discount up to those equal highs. That is a fucking obvious trade. When that setup presents itself, you take that 10 times out of 10. What you don't take is that 1 to 1 hour trade at market open when you just sell off to that whatever internal low just to take it. That is not a 100% obvious trade. Once you get all of your trades to be 100% obvious, everything will change for you. Literally everything will change for you because you're not taking dumb trades and you're waiting for your setup. Right? If a setup isn't 100% obvious, you don't take it. And if you understand this, when you start trading, you're going to be way ahead of everybody else. Okay? If you break your rules once, you get the fuck off the charts and you're done for the day. If you ever catch yourself in a position where price is ripping and you just enter buys or enter sells because price is ripping, you immediately close the fucking trade and get off because you're not in the right mental headspace. You can make that money tomorrow. Whatever, take your small loss or take your small win and get off. If you are in that position where you're just FOMOing into shit, right? The first time you do it could be before market even opens, right? You're sitting there pre-market, you see something happen, you're like, fuck, I'm going to take this. Not in your rule book. What you do is you immediately close a trade and you get off the charts because I promise you, a day like that never ends well. It never ends well. You either hit your maximum daily drawdown, you blow your fucking accounts, or you just, cook yourself, okay? There is no point in trading if the setup isn't there. Blowing through accounts and money is much worse than being break even for days. Think about that again, okay? Blowing through accounts and money is much worse than being break even for days. What do I mean by that? Okay? Fucking sitting there and watching price play out and you not taking any trades for 5 days in a row is better than you taking horrible setups and over leveraging and buying 3 accounts in that 5 days time period. Why? Because if you're break even, you're not losing any money. You're not buying any more accounts. You're just sitting there and waiting. And when the setup presents itself, you'll take it and you'll be green. But a lot of fucking traders, they just sit there when the setup isn't there. I mean, they YOLO into setups because they can't sit there if the setup's not there. Okay? So the biggest problems traders face, and this is extremely important for you beginners because I recommend you guys should have been taking notes this whole time, but I recommend you take notes on this because I promise you at some point in your trading career, you are going to feel all of these things. You're going to feel all of them. Okay? Emotional overload before market open. Physical anxiety symptoms. Okay, if you're sitting there before the market opens and you're feeling this fucking adrenaline, okay, you're already in a fucked up state of mind. Okay? And that happens a lot. That happens to me sometimes. And what do? I'm not trading that day. Okay? Not being able to walk away, specifically after taking a loss. Okay? You're not able to accept your loss and move the fuck on. Over risking or over leveraging too soon. Okay? You start trading with 2 minis because you just got funded, or 3 minis. Crazy. Okay? Strategy hopping, taking trades with no real setup, right? So just clicking, FOMO, over trading, lack of discipline, lack of journaling, or not believing the importance of it, right? Thinking that you're better than it for some reason, thinking that you shouldn't be journaling because you don't think that's what traders actually do. Okay, that's fucking wrong. Journaling is extremely important. Okay, ignoring the calm mind requirement. What do I mean by that? in that first point that I said, emotional overload before market open. Okay, this used to happen to me. Okay, market's gonna open, you have all this adrenaline, and you feel fucking nervous. You just feel nervous. Nothing has happened. You just feel nervous because you feel like you might lose money. Okay, if you're in that state of mind, you need to get back to a mindset of tranquility and calmness before the market opens. Whether that means journaling, whether that means breathing, whether that means making a few self-affirmations to yourself, whatever you need to do, you cannot ignore the calm mind requirement. Okay, every single fucking morning, you need to have a calm mind going into the markets, because if you don't, you are going to get fucked. I promise you, you're going to get fucked. Okay, that calm mind requirement is completely necessary and fucking important as shit. Okay, calm mind. You have to have a calm mind going into market open. Okay, trading too many accounts at once. Okay, maybe you have 3 alpha accounts, you have 5 top steps, you have fucking 2 my funded futures, you have 1 Tradeify. Like, no, one prop firm at a time, copy trade them. One prop firm at a time, copy trade them. I know as a beginner, you see all of these sales going on. Oh, I want to try my funded futures. Oh, I want to try alpha futures. Oh, I want to try this. I want to try that. No, no. You fucking trade one account at a time. Okay? One prop firm at a fucking time. Okay? Because what happens when you trade too many accounts at once is that you get caught up in all the rules, and some prop firm rules are different than others, and then you end up trading the rules instead of actually trading the fucking charts, which is what matters the most, is the fucking charts, not the rules of the prop firm. Okay, when you're trying to trade 5 different rules, 5 different consistency rules at one time, you're literally setting yourself up for failure. Okay? Too attached to outcome. You need the trade to be green, and it's not. Okay, what do? You fucking overtrade and you blow your account. Okay? Overestimating your skill. Brother, you need to remain humble. Nobody, no profitable day trader thinks they know everything. No trader thinks that. You cannot overestimate your skill. And this is a trap that a lot of new traders fall into, because they get that first payout and they're like, holy shit, I'm fucking nasty. Like, no, you're not. You're going to get humbled, bro. Do not overestimate your skill. Maintain a student of the market. Maintain a student of the market. Be flexible. Be flexible. The minute you start concreting, I know everything, I know everything, I know everything, you're just asking to be humbled. Do not overestimate your skill, okay? Lastly, not understanding that trading is mostly waiting and being patient. That is 99% of the game. You fucking sit there and you fucking wait. That is what trading is. Trading is not sitting here taking 50 setups every single day, trading standard deviation, rejection blocks, also inversions, also fucking mechanical model and discretionary model all at the same time. No. That is not trading. You cannot. I'm just going to trade this strategy in Asia session. I'm going to trade this one in New York AM session. I'm going to trade this one in New York PM session. I'm going to use this size here and that size there and that size there. No, you cannot do that. 99% of trading is just waiting for that one fucking setup, because what happens over time is you build on that setup. Maybe it shows up more often, or maybe you get better entries, whatever. The game is building on the setup. It's not trading 5 different setups at once. I promise you, if you try to do this, you are going to fuck yourself. Okay, even if it goes well at the beginning, you are going to fuck yourself. Okay, so now let's hop on the charts and let me show you my strategy so that you can actually learn it. This is the strategy, and you all should be taking notes, because I'm literally going to dive into everything here. And then I'm going to go ahead and back test for you so you can actually see it in real time. Okay, like I told you at the beginning of this video, nobody fucking does this. Nobody fucking does it. I'm going to do it, and you're going to see. Okay, so this is the setup. Before you read any of this, okay, this is the setup. Price is trading, price is trading. This is like an hourly or a 15-minute PD array. Okay, we have this obvious low right here, as you can see, right? This is liquidity. Price comes down, sweeps that liquidity, puts in an SMT with ES. We have an inversion right here. Price comes up. You enter on that candle closure, right? That inversion, right? And you target your drawn liquidity, right? And maybe you go break even here. Or not maybe, you go break even at your first internal high. Okay, so right there, move stops to break even, and that's the fucking trade. So there are a few things here, before I even tell you about the strategy, okay, before I even get into this, there are a few things here that you need to be aware of. Because if you're a beginner, you don't know what any of this shit is. So let me just explain what all this shit is, okay? First of all, PD array, okay? Right, PD array. What is a PD array? Okay, so a PD array is a fair value gap, an order block, or a breaker block. Now, this video is not about, you know, every specific thing. There is so much that goes into this. I have videos on my channel for every single one of these confluences. I have live trading sessions for every single one of these, you know, so you can see this in action in real time. So if you're confused about anything, I urge you to go to my YouTube channel. I have a playlist called the Essentials, right? I have videos on all of these concepts. So order blocks are kind of difficult to understand as a beginner. I have a video on order blocks that will explain it to you perfectly. Okay, fair value gaps are the easiest ones. Okay, so let's just say this is a fair value gap. Okay, so a fair value gap is a 3 candlestick pattern, right? 3 candles right there. And as you can see, a little body was left behind between this top wick and this bottom wick, and this is the candle's body right there. Okay, and you'll see in the back testing sessions what I mean. Okay, SMT with ES. Okay, what I mean here, SMT is an imbalance between two correlated assets. So as you can see right here, the NASDAQ, right, we're on the NASDAQ right now, the NASDAQ swept this liquidity. When I say liquidity, I mean this low inside of this PD array, okay? The NASDAQ swept this low, okay? ES did not sweep this low, okay? So instead of sweeping this low like this, ES went like that, okay? So what I mean by that is, right, if we were to draw out that line, instead of this line going below that low right there, right, as you can see, this is below that. On ES, this line is above, like that, okay? And this is bullish SMT since it's at the bottom of the range, okay? So SMT right there, okay? The NASDAQ swept this low and ES didn't. An inversion, what is an inversion? Okay, this is a bullish fair value gap, right? If price goes ahead and comes down here and then the candle closes below this fair value gap, this is a bearish inversion, right, to the downside. So in this scenario, you'd be looking for shorts. In this scenario, right, price comes down here, sweeps this low inside of this, let's say 15-minute PD array, right, on the 15-minute time frame, okay? And then if we drop to like the 2-minute or the 3-minute time frame, okay, we can see that price has closed above that 2 or 3-minute fair value gap, right? This bearish fair value gap right here, price is closed above it there. So that is our entry for longs, and our draw on liquidity is where we want price to go. So for example, London highs, Asia highs, previous day high, previous week high, right? That is the external liquidity point where price is headed, okay? So the strategy is obvious draw on liquidity, okay? Again, if you go into the markets and the price action is dog shit and you cannot really tell where price wants to go, you don't trade that day, okay? Like in a scenario where we could be bearish and we could be bullish, you don't trade that day, okay? We only want to be trading on the days where the draw on liquidity is extremely obvious. Okay, like if there's equal highs at London highs, it's a very clear draw on liquidity. Okay, second thing, higher time frame PD array. Okay, hourly 15-minute fair value gap. Okay, liquidity sweep. That's right here, right? This low got swept. Okay, you see these money signs? That is liquidity from this low. Okay, let me delete this SMT thing. Right, so as you can see, this low right here has been swept. Okay, lower time frame inversion. Okay, LTF is lower time frame, HTF is higher time frame. Lower time frame inversion, right? So on the lower time frames, the 2 or 3-minute time frame, right, in relation to this 15-minute PD array, 2-minute time frame is less than 15, right? So that inversion right there, that's the inversion. Boom, and then the SMT, what I just described to you right here, boom, right? NASDAQ swept that low, ES didn't. Oh, sorry. That is SMT right there. Boom. Your final take profit is your draw on liquidity. You go break even at the first internal high, which is right there. Okay? Easy, easy. Okay, so now for risk management, okay, you're going to be taking max 2 trades a day. If your first trade is green, you lock yourself out, you're done for the day. You made your money. You made your money. As a beginner, you cannot sit here and think that you can take 10 trades in a day, even if your first trade is green. No, your first trade is green, you get off, you made your money. Why would you ever put that money back at risk? Why would you ever risk losing that money? You made your money from the market that day. You know how hard it is to make money from the market? You fucking did it. So you sit back, you enjoy your money, go fucking buy a mojito, go buy a fucking spicy margarita at your local fucking bar. Maybe go buy some cigs. I don't fucking know what you like to do. Okay, you made your money, get off the charts. Okay, if you lose your first trade, you can take one more trade. And no matter the outcome of that second trade, you get off. Okay, so if your first trade is red and your second trade is green, you get off. First trade is red, second trade is red, you get off. Okay, you're going to be risking max 1% of risk per trade. Okay, so how these funded accounts work, you get a 50K account, 100K account, 150K account. Okay, on a 50K account, guess what's 1% of 50K? $500. So you are to risk $500 per trade. Okay, a 100K account, 1% is $1,000. Okay, you're risking $1,000 per trade. A 150K account, you could risk $1,500 per trade. That is a little bit unnecessary. You don't have to do that. But, right, you risk 1% per trade. That's it. Okay, you're only taking obvious trades, and I explained this in the fucking presentation. If a trade doesn't sit there like a fucking eyesore, then you don't take it. You don't take it. And for some reason, everybody struggles with this, okay? The only trades you take is when you see the setup and you're like, holy shit, this is a fucking beautiful setup. Oh my God, I need to take this. That is when you take a trade. You don't take a trade when you see a setup and you're like, oh, I think this could sweep the high, right? If there's any case in the opposite direction, you sit the fuck out. You don't take it. Okay? We're only taking beautiful, obvious trades. This will drastically increase your win rate while keeping your RR high. Okay? You could statistically, if you are fucking psychologically sound, you could have an 100% win rate. You could have an 100% fucking win rate. If you just sit out and wait for the obvious trades, you could have an 100% win rate. Okay, maybe your trade frequency is 3 times a month, 5 times a month, right? One trade a week. You're still having a 100% win rate. Okay, that's what you need to understand. Nothing fucking matters except the obvious trades. You sit out when price conditions are not probable, right? When price is chopping, like on fucking Thanksgiving, you sit the fuck out. Okay, forget about everything else. Forget about everything else. Everything else is useless and pointless. Everything else is useless and pointless. I promise you, if you listen to what I'm telling you in this video, and I'm about to backtest for you, so you're gonna see how I trade. Okay, you listen to every single thing I'm telling you. Okay, you have taken notes and you understand it. I promise you, you will be profitable. But the second that you start straying away, thinking about a different strategy, thinking about a different set of rules, thinking about taking more trades per day, you're gonna fuck it up. You are going to fuck it up. Okay? So let me go and start backtesting for you. Okay, so I have Trade Zella backtesting pulled up right here. Okay, so just coming into this day right here, we can see that we have this high and this low. Okay, these are just obvious highs and lows. If we take a look at market structure, market looks pretty bearish. Okay, but it does look like we're going to sweep this high. So let's see. Let's drop down to the lower time frame. We are inside of this 4-hour order block right here. Okay, again, if you don't understand order blocks, just watch my video. Okay, and you'll get it. Okay, so now let's see what we got. Okay, so looks like shit. Not taking anything these days, or this day. Okay, you see how market conditions did not like them, didn't take anything. Okay. All right, what do we got here? If we take the low and the high of this range, okay, this is 50% right there. Okay, so anything above here is premium, anything below here is discount. Okay, if we're gonna take longs, we're gonna long out of discount. Okay, so we also have this 4-hour fair value gap right here that we're looking at, and this 1-hour gap as well, which I would actually prefer to use. Okay, anything here? Not really. Okay, we can use this 15-minute because it's really nicely put, premium discount. Okay, so now we're gonna wait for price, like I explained to you, to come down here to catch a long out of it. Okay, so let's see what happens. Oh wow, okay, nothing happened. Okay, next day. Did we tap in at all? Okay, we have not tapped in. Did not tap in. So let's see what we got on this day. Looks like we're just pumping towards all-time highs. Wow. Okay. On the hourly, we got this fair value gap right here, right? And this is our 50% line right there. Okay, so I want to catch a long out of that 50%. So let's see. So we could short. I wouldn't short here actually. Oh wow, so price is just ripping, basically. Okay, and by the way, I'm backtesting December, because we're about to be in December as of tomorrow. So tomorrow's the first day of December. Figured I'd backtest December. Okay, take this low to this high. Okay, let's mark out 50% right here. What do we see? What can we use? Nothing really. Yeah, I honestly don't like anything here. See if price comes down into. Okay, so nothing. 0 trades that week. All right, next open. Okay, Monday, December 9th. Let's see. Okay, so we got this range. Okay, this looks like a good range. Okay, 50% is right here. Right there. Okay, so I would like to see price pull back into this gap right here. And this looks perfect, right? We have that PD array, right? And we have this low, which sits right above 50%. Okay, so if price comes down and sweeps this low and taps into 50%, this is an A plus setup. We are longing out of discount here. Okay, you only want to long out of discount and short out of premium. Okay, so let's see if price taps in. Okay, tapped in. Let's see if we get any sort of inversion. Have any 3-minute? No. Okay, price is nuking. See what we got. At this point, it's 11:15. We don't have shit. We do have this 5-minute inversion. Okay. The reason why I don't love this though is because we've just inversed all of these. We've just inversed this hourly PD array. So I'm actually kind of bearish here. But at this point, it's 11:55. But we'll see. All right. So I'm sort of bearish here. Okay, since we've just inversed this. Let's see how this closes. Okay. So we have a BPR right here. Okay, BPR is a bullish fair value gap and a bearish fair value gap right here, as you can see right there. Okay, so let's see if we can catch a short out of here. Okay, so for here, I'd be wanting to short here to this weird wick right here. Okay, that is the thesis. These are like basically equal. I don't know, disrupted. Okay, so let's see if we can catch a nice short here. See if price taps in. Okay, price tapped in. Okay. See if we get this inversion here. Okay, we do. Do we retest? Yes, we do. All right, so I will sell there. Okay, stop loss goes at this high. Right, TP goes all the way down here. Okay, and I go break even right here. Okay, this is the trade. Let me mark it up for you so you can see it. Right there. Okay, 2.3R. Let me move this here. Okay, on break even. No way it edges me. That's insane. What is going on here? What time did I take this? Oh, I took this at 2 p.m. All right, well, this is like the overnight session now. All right, I'm gonna go back because I'm just gonna like TP it here just because I'm not waiting for the overnight session. But there, you see, that is the A plus setup right there. Okay, you saw how I saw the market was flipping bearish and I immediately started targeting shorts. Okay, and I'm sure that low gets taken. Let's see if it gets taken. Okay, it got taken after coming all the way back up here. All right, let's go to the next day. Okay, so that was a nice trade right there. That was 2.6K right there. All right, so here, okay, it looks like price is coming up to sweep this high right here, this order block right here. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, price is extremely, it's just ripping. Let's see. Yeah, there's nothing here for me. You see, on these types of days, I'm not going to trade. Why the fuck would I trade? Well, we can wait. But yeah, there's nothing here. Nothing here for me. All right, next day. Okay. Okay, so we have this range right there, right? This low to that high. 50% is here. Okay, so let's mark that out right there. Okay, that's 50%. I'm looking for 50% to get tapped into, and then we can long. So let's see. Let's see if 50% ever gets tapped into. At this point, it's 11:35. Probably hop off. At this point, I'd probably just have an alert at that 50% level. Okay, so it has not. All right, so let's just go to the next day, see what happens. Okay, so price never tapped into that 50%. We edged it. We edged it, but it never tapped in. So let's see. You know what? I think I might have marked out that range wrong. I might have done that instead. Yeah, so like it did tap 50%. I shouldn't have taken that range to this low. Should have been this manipulation low. But whatever. All right, next day. Okay, so at this point it's 9:30, right? What do we have? We have this range. This is a weird new daily opening gap right here. Just like this range low to this range high. Let's just see what happens. Okay, so we're just ripping. We are just ripping. I probably would avoid this day as well, honestly. Okay, at this point it's 10:10. Oh wait, no, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Okay, so we tapped into this hourly gap, right? And we swept this low. Okay, these are like equal lows, I guess. Okay, tapped into that hourly gap, tapped into 50%. All right, let me go back so I can see this in real time. Okay, do we have any sort of inversion here? We do. Okay, so the trade, and I'm going back because I want to show you guys the trades. Okay, I want to show you guys the model. Okay, so on the 1 minute. Oh, do we not have a fair value gap here? Never mind. We don't have any gap here. Yeah, no, there's no trades here. All right, next day. You see how selective I'm being? Like this is and obviously I'm exaggerating it a little bit, but I just want to show you guys how you should be fucking going about trading. And also, I don't have ES pulled up, which is a little bit annoying because I can't show you the SMT stuff. But let's just get right into it. Okay, the market's just clearly ripping. What do we have here? Okay, where's equilibrium? Actually, no. Take this range right here. This low to this high. Right there. Right? So sweep inside of this hourly gap. Okay, this would be beautiful. And then we can take longs. So let's see. See if we get this sweep. No sweep. Oh my God. December. What have you done? Yeah, there's nothing here. There's nothing here. Let's see if we get any other opportunities. Let's see what happens. It's just okay. Skip to the PM session. Okay, it's 2 p.m. All right, looks like we're just trading to the upside, really. This is not good. Next day. All right. Okay, we have this new daily opening gap. It's a weird gap. I really don't like this PA. Like, I'm not, I'm not touching this. Can't trade that. Will not do that. Okay. Nothing happened. Okay. Oh my God. Wow. Generational. Okay, so now we're in a good range. Now let's see what we can do. Okay. 4 hour and hourly for the 4 hour. Okay, just manipulation high to manipulation low. 50% is right here. Okay, so I'm going to try to long to 50%. Now let's see where we are. Okay. Now if we take this low to this high, okay, don't really see anything in particular. I'm gonna fast forward to 9:30. Okay, I mean to 10. So now what we have is this the okay? This hourly got inversed. So I'm thinking I will only long out of here. This is the only fair value gap that I will long from. All right, we have this nice 15-minute low right there. So let's see how this plays out. Do we have any sort of inversion here? Is this? Yeah, right here. Right here, as you can see, this tiny little 1 minute right there would be our entry. Okay, stop goes at the low. Okay, and then honestly, TP, we could TP at this high right here, but we can also TP at 50%. We don't need that. Do we need that? Whatever. TP at that high right over there at 50%. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. This is already a nice trade. Let's go to the 1 minute so we can see the RR. Okay, right there. Stop at the low. TP at this high. It's a nice 3.7 R. Right, where do we go break even? I know it's a little cut close. We go break even at that first internal high. Okay, so this is the first internal high. So that's our break even point. Okay, right there we go break even. See what happens. Got stop break even. See, did not lose any capital. Just got stop break even. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Okay. I would give this another try. Actually, no, that 15-minute got inversed. Okay, this price action is just not it. But hey, fine with a break even. All right, next day. I'm gonna do like a few more with you guys. I'm just trying to show you guys what it looks like to be like disciplined and realistic. This is what I do in real time. So I need you guys to see how I actually trade in real time. Am I being super selective? Yes. That's exactly how you have to be. You have to be selective. Okay? It's the only way to win in the long run. Okay? So right here, pretty bearish. Just see range high to range low. Okay, where's 50%? 50% is right here. Let me mark that out. Okay, that's 50%. Let's see, once price taps into 50%, we also have that 4-hour bearish gap. Okay, and this 50% is in this 1-hour gap right here. Okay, let's see if we can catch anything. Okay, we tapped into 50%. And we've ripped. We're ripping. We are ripping. Ripping. Let's see if we can get anything. Okay, so what I'm going to do in this scenario, right, we swept that high. We are probably heading for the 50% of this range, right, which we just tapped into. We're inside this bearish gap. We swept this high. This would be a nice shorting opportunity if we get an inversion. Let's see. All right, what do I see? I see this 5-minute. We got an inverse here. That would be nice. Okay, that's the inversion. Sell right there. Stop goes at the high. Holy shit, this range is huge. Okay, not putting on 2 minis. We'll do 1 mini just for the sake of this video. Stop at the high. Okay, and then TP can go. Honestly, okay, I did not see this. I'm not taking this trade. You know why? Because this hourly gap that we're currently, I'm not going to short inside of an hourly bullish gap. I didn't see that. And also, Like, because this hourly gap is there, I don't feel comfortable taking this, right? This is not a trade that I'm like, holy shit, this is obvious. No, we have a bullish fucking fair value gap right there. Why would I ever take this? It would have hit TP or no? Eh, yeah, it would have. I would have set my TP at this gap. Doesn't matter though, because this is like 10 hours. Jesus Christ. Okay, next day. Guys, December is not looking too hot. Not gonna lie. December is not looking too hot. Okay, just from here, just like from seeing this, I would like to long out of this 4-hour gap. Okay. So yeah, I would like to long out of this 4-hour gap. I don't think we come down there at any point anytime soon. But yeah, you can honestly short down there. Or not. Wow. Well, guys, I'm gonna end the backtesting session here because it looks like December just ripped. I mean, all of this fucking, it's been 25. Oh, this is Christmas. That's why. But yeah, so that whole time took one fucking trade. That whole month. Let's go back. Let's see what we got. Took one fucking trade. Well, those were like the 3 canceled trades that we took as well. Alpha Futures is doing a 30% off promo with code CHAR. So if you want 30% off, it expires on Wednesday. You can get 30% off on every single Alpha Futures account using code CHAR. I'm also running a giveaway with Alpha Futures. I'm giving away 2 100K zero accounts. I will be announcing the winners on Wednesday. In order to get an entry, all you have to do is get an account using code CHAR. DM me on Instagram with proof, just like a little screenshot. And yeah, 1 account is 1 entry, 2 accounts is 2 entries, etc., etc. I'm gonna do more of these backtesting sessions with you guys, but hopefully this video helped you. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'm gonna be posting videos like this every week, every Thursday. This week obviously was a little bit different because it was Thanksgiving, but this is literally the easiest way to start trading as a beginner. You need to start incorporating all of this. This stuff will 100% help you if you fucking show up and do the work necessary. So with that being said, peace out. Have a great rest of your day. Subscribe if you're new. Like this video. Leave a comment letting me know. Just, if you have any questions, how to feel about this, how you feel about this, etc., etc. With that being said, have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one.